Greetings. Again, you greet the jaws of Barovia's dark depths, and again you are accompanied by stalwart fighters, such as...
David, I'm a wizard. Never taken a level fighter in my life. I'm Marvelous. I'm playing Sasha of the Unseen Eye. Still here, still seeing the future, still lighting party members on fire on accident, and some people need to fucking let it go. Yeah, I'm very excited for the session. I'm hyped. Let's do this. Let's retreat. I'm very hyped to retreat, get some spells, come back and finish this thing.
I mean, if you put some points in the fire, it might help your health situation. Or your AC
fight.
situation.
Tell me, who questions his wizard companion's lack of vitality? Who, I say?
Anyway.
Who questions it?
Siguror does. Weak. Can't be in a room by yourself. Ed playing Siguror, the ancestral guardian.
Robert. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. No.
Nah.
Alright, I'm Robert. I'm playing Greila Austarian, a nature cleric.
I'm Jeff playing Kinku Monk, Ranger, Name Crack.
And so you have it. Nothing has changed, while everything has changed.
So you're saying that things before were one way, and now, after this event, everything is different.
Yes.
Except
Currently is the same.
Except war.
No,
Don't forget war.
Currently is the same.
Everything has changed.
That it never changes.
No.
After a well-won victory against the animate door, and then the ghastly figures of likely this house's inhabitants, its original owners. You found a healthy amount of supplies and some treasure, and then elected to use a newly discovered secret passage to double back to the library, fortify, and rest.
Do we want to tie those wolves down, by the way?
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to sound you.
You know, it's kind of funny we keep going to the library, the like actual bedrooms in this place. We could actually sleep. We're like, fuck this. The library with its hard floor and tons of books.
Exactly. Who would expect you to sleep there?
Is that a library? I'm pretty sure it has
library, yes. If you want to be a huge bitch about it, I'm just saying.
No, you just working on your Homer Simpson. There you go.
Pretty sure a library is something you eat. I'm also pretty sure it's not real.
Your attempt at rest goes largely undisturbed, and while your sleep is restless, visited by dark, ominous shadows, howls on the wind, dripping blood, and fresh bodies shoved into corners most foul, your bodies do take some rest, enough to restore yourselves fully, physically.
My spell slots and portents are back. Oh, that's fine, I guess.
See, for portents, I really feel like some of the worst rolls you can get for them are like mediocre rolls.
Yeah.
Rolls are like right in the middle.
I just would like a high roll, and I've never gotten a portent that's been above a 9. Which again is fine. But it'd be nice to have a 20 somewhere I can just bust out.
It looks all nines.
When you rise to an almost anticipant silence.
Back to the basement.
This
Yep.
time.
The silence gives way only barely to the soft, otherworldly chanting that joins you throughout the basement.
These motherfuckers must
Does
not
It seemed
sleep.
louder than the last
They
time we were
chant
here.
all the time.
It is probably specters.
Retracing
They
your
have no need of
steps,
sleep.
No. However, when you descend the stairs, after double checking and making sure that you did explore everything on the first floor, which you had, after descending, the voices grow louder, and now discernible. A chorus of voices steadily chanting over and over. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land.
How you guys thinking about dousing torches, depending on how close we get to these voices?
If I do,
I mean, I can
take
see,
the
so I don't
disadvantage.
care, but the rest of you will not be able to see.
And we'll take this advantage.
I mean, one of us already can't see anyway, so half of us won't be able to see anymore.
I mean, you could lead, and one of us could have like a torch ready to go for if we need it.
It's up to you guys. If that's what you want to do, I'm fine with it.
I don't want disadvantage. So.
I can cast light before we get into a fight, hopefully. And if I can't, then the first thing I'll do, I'll cast light.
I do not care either way.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, you. That's something. I'm. Oh shit! I forgot to grab that chain shirt. Whatever.
What do you mean?
It actually wouldn't have changed your ACL. Chain shirt is 13 plus your dexterity modifier. Yeah, so it doesn't change anything.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, Jeff is a monk, right? So
My throw-in. My throw-in's for element of surprise.
That's fine. Do you also want to see?
That's fine with me. I mean, I have disadvantage, so I'll probably not be that sneaky anyway, but...
Okay. Then let us put the torches out and speak.
You douse your torches. Your only companions now being the ominous chanting on the stone-cold earth beneath you. Hard-packed, moist. Occasionally sloping and dipping inside the aged footsteps of those that came before.
You want to rolls? First out there? Or do you want to wait?
I do.
I got a 2.
I got an 8.
You're supposed to actually be sneaky.
6 plus 2, huh?
Mm.
16.
And what about Sasha?
15.
The fucking Minotaur is the sneaky one out of the group.
I'm not weighed down by armor.
You had 6 to stop.
Yeah, he
6
said
plus
that
2.
He rolled a 2.
Well, usually people say the number first, so I was
He
confused.
did say, he said,
No, he said 6 plus 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Most
he-
people would say 2 plus 6. That's why I was confused.
Mm.
The group advances. Remind me, you're one of the ones that can see in the dark.
And now,
And Sakar? Nobody else?
nobody else.
Okay. The chanting only grows louder as you enter into a moderately sized room. Inside this room, Greila and Sakar behold that it is, for the most part, empty. However, there are small dugout divots in the wall, 10 of them, and they hold objects each. It's a little difficult to see without getting closer, but as you enter the room, there is a divot on Siguror's left. Can't be inspected.
I'm in the front, by the way.
Because you can see.
Yeah,
so
'cause
you
I
have
can
to lead
see.
us.
Alright, so what do these things look like? these objects? Are they different objects, or are they all the same?
They're different objects. As you enter the room proper, you can see. The very first,
I think this is what he meant.
did you want to switch around?
Yeah, I said I was in the front because I'm leading the others.
Well, then maybe since you entered the room, it might be a little looser. You can see they're all different.
So what are the objects though?
Walking over, you inspect the first 5, placed at different intervals along the wall. The first is a small, shriveled hand, mummified and with dark black claws that poke out stubbily through the ends of the fleshy fingers. It is bound on a loop of rope.
I'll say to Sasha,
It's like a talisman.
there's a hand with claws here bound in rope. I don't know if it has any significance.
I will use an action to take over Sakar's senses and inspect the claw. Do you want a intelligence arcana check or investigation? Or...
I'll take either one, depending on what you're trying to find out about it. If it is magical in nature, if is your question, then I would take the first.
Oh, and can I cast Detect Magic before coming down here?
You could.
Okay. Then first I'll scan it to see if it's magic. With Detect Magic.
It is not magical.
Okay.
Furthermore, the range of the spell is 30 feet.
30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reoccurring pattern with the rest of the items, in that they themselves are also not magical.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll look the claw over and I'll roll Arcana, just trying to see if I know if this is a Well, I'll roll whatever lore is appropriate, trying to search my mind and see if this is some sort of ritual implement or if it has any significance at all. Something I recognize.
Any significance at all, I'd probably call investigate. Ritual significance, I'd call her.
Then I'll roll investigate. I have all the int skills, so whatever is the most appropriate, I'll roll that out. Why?
Well, if it's visual stuff,
I got
it
an
could be
8.
through some card.
We have. Did you use your inspiration last time?
No. We all got inspiration after putting those to rest. I don't think we did.
No.
This is correct.
We can only have
20.
To your knowledge, there is no significance. It doesn't seem to fit with anything you've seen in any particular way.
Okay, so
Other than perhaps it's a trinket.
I believe it is merely morbid. As for any other significance, it is lost on me.
The other divots hold objects as well. There is a knife, small, white, carved out of some type of bone-like material. There's a dagger in one of the divots. It is small, lightly chipped, and has a small animal skull set into the pommel. There's an 8-inch black orb that, upon inspection, feels light, is wooden. There's a folded cloak made of some fleshy, thin material that has been stitched together with rough thread. A desiccated frog lashed to a stick. A severed finger that smells of swamp gas. A bag full of bat guano. An iron pendant adorned with a devil's face. A small wooden coffer containing what appears to be a wolf's tongue. Again and again, you come back with these trinkets. None of them are magical.
Right, but so can I investigate all of them and see if maybe they together hold some sort of ritual significance? Because these look like ritual. Well, they sound like ritual implements.
They do.
Also,
So, like-
back mono with a material component.
Yeah, for fireball it is.
They do, and you may.
Roll the purple one.
9.
Damn it.
I got a 9.
Thought those were in dice prison.
You were already thinking about it, so it's not that difficult.
Right.
They break out.
The obvious conclusion to draw is that these are ritualistic materials for something. The fact that you hear the chanting, that adds up. But it adds up on a very surface level.
Right.
Now, you can't be truly certain. However, the odd scattershot that these items are, they have no inherent theme other than they sound like in specific magical components. And you yourself know that magical components aren't random.
Yeah.
Combined with the utter nonsense of the secret library above, you suspect that these are simply here because they thought they held significance.
Okay.
At least, that is your guess.
So these are probably the implements they used to lure the shambling mound down here. Except they probably didn't actually do anything. They probably just lured it down by being by feeding it, basically.
You can't be 100%, but you feel it's pretty safe.
They were trying to summon.
They
something
thought they
just
were
wanted
doing a
down.
ritual, but it basically just wandered in here because food.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Which means that they're not just cultists.
They're also
dumb
idiots.
cultists. Yeah, they're idiot cultists.
My cultists are
Which-
not done.
Would explain that portion of Strahd's letter.
Yeah. They don't know what they're doing.
Cultists with no points in religion. Jeez.
They're rich white women with a Ouija board.
I think we can
Just
say
throw
all
in money
cultists
at
are done
Hasbro.
except the leader. The
Shotgun
leader's
that
the
for
one.
like a good Heteria anime.
Rich white women with a Ouija board.
Yeah. Oh wait. Heteria's over. It's been over for years.
For
I
the
always
most
do
part.
that.
Think of like really cool Heteria sessions, you're like, that hasn't existed in like 4 years.
I could use that for a different campaign, I'm sure. Because we play things that aren't D&D, totally.
What we used to. Anyway, I will say, I believe that they believed that these items held significance, but they are pointless. I am sure they lured the shambler here through sacrifices of food. I bet that to them they thought they were performing some great and powerful ritual.
To something that did not,
So
or misconstrued as existing.
they're ignorant.
They believe
Has
they
it?
have summoned some sort of demon. They have summoned an overgrown thorn bush hungry for meat. And they did not perform any magic at all. So for once in my entire life, I believe I agree with Strahd. They are fools. And now they are dead.
He is
Really?
ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land.
Well,
If we have the way out of this house, I would say leave them to this. They deserve nothing more. Unfortunately, we do not have a way out of this house. We must continue forward.
Greila and Siguror are both capable of seeing that there are two pathways that lead out of this room. One leading down at a roughly 20-25 degree slope that ends in murky water
I
Guarded.
don't like that.
by a rusty portcullis.
Which way has the sound coming from it?
This is the portcullis. This is the room the chantings come from, if I had to guess.
It is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would
Oh,
say
This also has the
Can I
portcullis.
roll?
Knowledge.
Portcullis is
It's
It's
a
a
iron
rusted
bar.
iron gate.
Ah.
In this case.
it's like for sewers.
So there's a portcullis.
This
Besides the point, I will say, or can I roll? With my knowledge of the Chandler gnome, do I know? Do they prefer damp areas? They're like swamp things, right?
I mean, it's a bush. It would want
Your
water,
knowledge,
right?
your
Yeah,
knowledge
but
suggests
they-
this.
Oh,
plants can be
why?
overwatered.
Yeah,
And
they
Sakar
can,
will
but
communicate
it's like
the
a
surroundings
swamp
to me,
thing.
right? Yeah, but it literally grows on a swamp. I don't
Oh.
think it can be overwatered.
It is possible.
When Sakar tells me the 2 paths, I will say,
Okay.
I believe behind the iron gate is where this creature is. It will want to please someplace with water. It is a swamp creature. Out of character, a swamp thing. In character, I believe that is where he is.
It has been suggested that the target that you seek lay down the path that is currently barred.
If we wish to deal with it, it might be prudent to do it now. Perhaps lay a trap.
So you want to lay out some meat for the plan?
If the
To
ones
come eat?
Perhaps some meat. Perhaps
Um,
something could go in and draw it out.
if the
I-
ones speaking are the ones keeping us.
It's just like,
It's impossible to go in.
Is it?
no, it's not. I said Sakar went through the bars. It chases Sakar out, is blocked by the bars, and we shoot it.
Or
Well, I mean, could they just pour through the bars?
Thought you were talking about
If
one of
it
your
pours
party
through the bars, then
members.
we just start backing up through the thing and shooting at it.
Fair.
Thought you were talking about one of your party
Um,
members.
No, I was talking.
about
I was talking about Sakar, but I did comment that as soon as I said that, Jeff started shaking his head, and I was like, "I didn't mean you, but I find it funny that that's what you immediately
on.
assume."
Chicken legs. Come on. You're already partly fried. It's halfway there.
You took a long rest. He's
Anyway.
explicitly no longer partly fried.
Yeah, he's fine.
But he's just slightly stripped already.
So,
his
I'll,
feathers probably didn't grow back over 8 hours, but so it probably looks pretty scraggly
let's
right
get
Do you
throw
now.
guys want to do that? Just prepare an action that as soon as it appears here, everyone fires a ranged
Well,
attack.
I was gonna throw
I'll
out.
send Sakar in there with Dragon's
You
Breath.
mean it appears.
Yeah, it's the other one.
Cool.
May I ask where precisely you will be standing as Sakar does this?
I will be standing in a way where I can hit it. Basically, as close as I have to be able to hit this square, but otherwise as far away as possible. On the off chance it just goes straight through the portcullis, I want a head start on running up the stairs.
You do have ranged options, correct?
Yeah, he has a crossbow.
Right. Okay, I'm the one that only has 4 shots. I only have javelins. Why am I that
Don't you have
close?
hand axes?
Hmm?
Don't you have a hand axe?
Oh yeah, I also have two hand axes.
You have 6
Bushes
shots.
loves
Yeah.
axes.
I could be dead center, so if it does bust through, I'm the first thing it charges at.
That would probably make the most sense. You have the least chance of being grappled, having the highest athletics.
And
And
being
now I think
enraged
you're
gives me
only one hand.
advantage on strength.
Yeah, so you're the least likely to just get picked up by it. So yeah, if we do get cornered and need someone to melee it, you are the best choice. I will be. To be honest, I'm just gonna be throwing spells at it and hope it dies before I run the spells.
It's more damage. More damage is never bad, unless you're in
I
a
really
situation where
wish
we
I
don't
could
want it.
add magic missile to my spell list, but I have no money.
But it's from the book. It was in the book.
It's in the
You
book.
need money.
Well, no, you need money to copy it, but can't you just use the other spell
No,
book?
it has to be in
yourself?
your spell book
Why do you need to use money for it?
To copy
to
it.
copy it. It costs 50 gold per level of the spell per spell, and 2 hours.
Oh.
2 hours and 50 gold per level of the spell per spell to copy a
So
spell.
it
from
costs
your
50
keys.
gold to copy the spell, and you need 2 hours to copy it.
Yes. And we have no gold, so
Jeez.
It would seem
Yeah.
the dark
We have some
forces
gold.
of Barovia conspire
you need to buy the
against
stuff.
you
Yeah.
You don't
at
just
every
transmute
twist
the
and
gold.
turn.
That'd be a funny thing for a transmuter to do. So I take 50 gold and I transmute it into ink.
I will assume that the formation stands.
Do you want to be closer
no.
to the wall or away
Rack,
from
you
the
should
wall?
probably be near me.
Okay.
I'm
But-
fine wherever.
But not as
actually.
far back as
In
Okay.
fact, it doesn't even. No, don't put me directly in front. I'm going to use Sacred Flame. It's unaffected by cover. So you can put me literally anywhere.
Well,
and I'll
you
be
still
alright
need to be
as long
able to
as I
see
see
it.
it.
I actually think you need to be here. So yeah, I think
Okay.
that'll work.
Okay. Current lineup?
But you could be here since this
Very
is
well.
cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Or I'll have to put in.
Sakar ventures forth.
Yeah, so acid, and it wasn't resistant to acid, right? That I know of. Okay. So I will pull out my wand.
I still can't ready to rage
Hey,
and throw
sis.
javelin.
Alia, Pharaoh, and then I'll tap Sakar on the head with my wand and fill him with acid, but like in a way that isn't gnarly sounding.
Not like Noob Cybot.
I believe you can ready like an action to throw a javelin. I don't think you can ready to rage.
I will.
That just sounds weird. Yeah, I'll ready to huck a javelin. It's a giant
And I will
tree
ready
monster.
to cast catapult, and I will be launching a vial of acid at him.
I'll get ready.
Prepare yourselves.
You don't want to do it without
I-
fire.
Sakar
No, it's
ventures
resistant to
forth.
fire now.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and then I'll cast light on the portcullis, and I'll cast Shillelagh as well on my
He
thing.
is ancient. He is the land. You cast light.
And then I'll
Portcullis.
ready an action to cast Sacred Flame when it shows up.
He is ancient. He is the land.
This is
You
the
prepare some sacred flame. He is ancient. He is the land. You ready your javelin. You prepare yourself in your own special way. He is ancient.
With the cross.
He is the
Yeah,
land.
he's preparing the crossbow attack.
Sasha similarly prepares himself in
Pull another thing
positions.
of acid.
In
Get
a
ready
way
to
that
catapult this fucker.
should make sure that he'll be in a favorable position. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land.
Oh,
He is
sorry, one
ancient.
more time. I don't mean to cut off your chanting, but I cast mirror images on myself as well.
You don't cut off my chanting.
Oh.
For as you cast that spell, it suddenly falls quiet.
I think you're very pissed off. I'll say it to Sasha
Huh.
quietly.
She will be fine. Credo. Oculus. So Sakar will go in there. And
take
we'll
over.
basically look around and see if it finds like something that looks like a shambling mound, and then breathe acid at it.
Or just a mound.
Would you be able to take over its actions and do that?
I don't think I could do that while preparing an action.
Hmm.
So Sakar will have to find it on its own. Do I need to roll perception for that?
And see if anything that isn't shambling around.
No need.
Oh.
Sakar finds nothing.
In the room at all?
Sakar finds an empty room with a raised stone platform. There's some stairs leading up to it. A floor saturated with murky, musty water, and a half-submerged wooden wheel that's attached to a mechanism, likely for the entrance, and a small altar with some dried blood upon it.
And looking around the room, there's
There's nothing else.
There are no cultists. There are no beasts.
Hmm.
But if it's not in the room with the water, it's over here.
Or it's deeper
It'd
in.
have to be.
Or it's deeper in.
Is there any other exits out of this room?
There are not.
But this place is full of hidden entrances and exits. That really doesn't amount to anything.
Well, I don't think. I mean,
Just
well,
have
I think
Sakar
it's-
come back and we'll go.
There are
down
none that. There are none that Sakar detects.
If it matters any, if that was a perception check for Sakar, they have she has advantage. And it's +3.
None that Sakar detects.
Okay. Well, shit.
Oh, let's go back. Let's just.
If you
Oh, the other
prepare a spell, does that burn the spell?
No.
Okay.
But my mirror image is just ticking down.
What's the limit?
Lasts for a minute.
Well, then let's go down the other way once the car gets back. Before.
The car's not big enough to pull the wheel, right?
No.
Okay.
It is large and in some disrepair to boot.
Okay, Sakar will return, and I will say it was not the natural. That leaves only one other room. And I will send Sakar down here, basically looking for the thing as well, and basically just same actions.
Will you be able to see from there?
I'll be fine.
Very well.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
He sends the car down the other way.
Yes. Rolling perception to try to find any sort of creature.
I'll go ahead and let you handle it this time.
Dice prison, man. Jesus Christ.
Why?
Dice prison. That thing hasn't rolled above a freaking 9.
5.
Sakara flies down the other hallway and finds a number.
Wait, sorry.
His
13.
passive will be 13.
Yeah,
As I say, the 7.
I forgot about that.
Finds an even greater number of what appear to be cells. Skeletons shackled to walls, hanging or huddled on their sides in corners, having fallen from their secured places above. At the very end, there is one jail cell in particular that is of interest because amidst the dark there is the slightest glimmer. One of the skeletons has a gold ring upon one of their fingers.
And it doesn't find any beast?
It does not.
Okay, I will say, I do not know how this is possible, so Car says it's not here.
Maybe we should check ourselves.
Probably farther in.
There's no other part of the house.
This house is full of hidden entrances and exits that we've constantly been coming across every floor we've taken.
Let's go take a look.
Torch time and just start.
Yeah, if you guys want to go
Okay.
back there. But I'll be in the back, because I'm not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should we be in the very back?
Yes, the very back.
I'll shift light to my shield. Benefit of the other people with eyes that
Because
function.
we know what's behind us. We cleared it out, so it's not like we're wandering around now.
Fair. Yeah.
That's fine.
You proceed
Fortune hound.
down the other way, torch in hand. There is still yet no chanting. A dreadful quiet, your only company as you look upon the macabre scene of prisoners, shackled, skeletal, suffering almost palpable in these rooms.
You know, last time we came across these corpses, a bunch of shadows popped out.
If we touch them.
At the very end,
It's not
there
big
is one
enough,
particular cell that when torchlight illuminates its walls has a red X marked over a particularly battered looking skeleton that has a gold ring on one of its fingers.
Well, they hated him more than the others.
Maybe.
Are the cells locked? I mean, I would assume they are, since the people died in them. They would have just left if they weren't.
I mean, we're gonna have to touch them.
Attempting to jimmy one of them, the door opens immediately.
What the fuck?
Though your hand is temporarily bathed in some clouds of rust as metal against metal grinds and disintegrates.
Massive disrepair.
I feel like grabbing that gold ring.
There's a bunch of X's in
Is
this
it
room.
bad?
I feel like there's something different about this room.
Yeah. Greila will say, touching that ring or going into these cells would be when something bad would happen in the books I've read.
There might also be traps laid in here for people looking to rescue people in these.
What good thing we have brought with us a trap finder.
I like how he begrudgingly looks for traps. He's like, motherfuckers always making me look fucking shit.
Hey, I mean, we could have tried to run this without, with somebody that could look for traps. I feel like that's kind of asking for trouble.
You very well could have. You said 18?
Yeah.
Doing his best to inspect the doors, the walls, the skeletons themselves. Crack finds moss, mold, the stench of regret and misery, but no traps.
Very grab the ring then.
Fuck it.
The ring is a mimic!
Who's grabbing the
Yeah,
ring?
but like a small one.
The
They can change
ring.
their size?
No.
Oh, okay.
Greila will say you grab it to whoever, like,
I mean, he's probably closer because you were searching the room.
I mean, he is a bird. He does like shiny things.
Oh, really? You know what character I am?
Greila will say that aloud.
Not all birds.
Greila will say aloud, he is a bird. He likes shiny things.
Oh, we're not a usual person.
Then is it Siguror that takes the ring?
If nobody else is going to, well, I'll smash it.
Yes,
Sigurd.
trust-
Yeah, if they're
trust-
starting to argue,
Trust the
then
big
yeah,
dog with his meaty hands
ring.
that not destroy the,
Well, hey,
the
like-
skeleton.
well, why don't you go and you
It
What?
comes off easily. You now have a plain gold ring. It is a simple design, but valuable nonetheless. Could probably get 25 gold for it.
Checking the. Let's make perceptions for the rest of these cells.
Yeah.
There might be
I
something
will
else hidden
snoop around,
away.
but I'll sense a car.
Very well.
Search the area.
23.
Dice.
Well, I
Prison.
had to roll them both anyway. So the reds were the one you picked.
Greila got a 19.
Dude, I keep burying them.
Try to randomize them.
Yeah, he does.
If you
I don't want to play favorites.
passive, which is fortunate.
The rest of the dice feel bad about themselves because the second because last Sunday I pulled out the white ones and everyone was like, "Oh, the whites are so pretty, they're the best," and I was like,
Racist.
"You were the one who did it."
I do. They do look better than the other. I also like the yellow ones, which also sounds bad in hindsight, but the yellow and the white ones look better than the other ones, and this has nothing to do with race, and I'm specifically talking about
Congratulations.
Dice.
You played yourself. You do your best to search for secrets or lies. You find nothing of note.
Well, I mean, clearly there's nothing down. I will say, it appears we must get through the porthouse then. How long is this taking?
It shouldn't take that long to look at something.
Well, searching
Yeah,
the
but
room.
you're being careful.
Not thoroughly.
You gave it another one.
I'm
So
just
for,
asking if it's been longer than
I'd say like 3 to 5 minutes.
Sorry. I wasted it.
Just be honest, I wasted both of my level 2 spell slots. So that's cool.
Oh, acid breath also has a.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it also lasts a minute. I'm going to double check it, but.
I'm just wondering if there's different rules for you putting it on your familiar.
No.
Well, let's go try and get the port closed open. I'm sorry about your spell slots, but
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
To be fair, if you do open that and it does have the shimmering We lost the advantage and damage.
Well, that's just the nature of what happened.
Yeah.
I'll give
Which
guidance.
can also kill us around.
I'll give guidance to Crack since I assume he's the one that's
Yeah,
taking
they're
a
both
look at
gone.
the portfolio.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, actually, going up to it, do we see like any slot?
And look for traps first.
Sure.
You have guidance on roll a d4 too.
That's the only way I could help. Oh, fuck. Really?
Hey, bonus numbers help.
10.
You trace
Passive perception.
your hands over the portcullis, and you find nothing but rust spots and old world craftsmanship at work here. It's maybe a little rickety. You could probably force it open.
So, do
Well,
you see a
somebody
way to?
sufficiently strong.
Do you see a way to open it?
Get to work, Minotaur.
Their thumbs up as in the thing's fine. No traps. And
Or for what it's worth, you'd also not. You also didn't find any mechanisms on this side of the door.
yeah.
Siguror found a mechanism elsewhere.
All right. Grab and try and open it.
No?
So when I'll try to help him open it. So I'm just giving him the action.
Oh, it's the stutter.
Yeah. And so just it gives you advantage on your roll. And it'll cast guidance on you.
You go at it with some teamwork.
Okay.
What?
I'll take the first roll of 19, 20, 24.
With a bit of heaving and hopefully no hoeing, you manage to rip the portcullis upwards and jam it far enough up that you can get through.
I don't need to hold it for other people.
No.
Okay.
Excellent work.
Let's go in there.
I'll
Oh,
walk in.
is the water up to here? Like all the way up to here, or does it like start here? Since this is where the portcullis is.
The water is up 2 feet.
Before we actually take a step in there,
It could
I'm
just
gonna
be
take some of the
underwater,
meat rations I have and just
like
toss
hiding.
it into the water and watch it for a minute, see if anything makes a grab at it.
Toss it into the water. Silence greets you. It stretches, but does not break. And nothing attacks the ration.
Okay, I'll
It somberly floats.
once everyone else walks in, I will walk in, approach the altar, and then look it over, taking over Siguror's senses. I'm gonna try to get a feel for. Also, my detect magic is still up, so I'm gonna scan the room with that first.
Oh, is it passive or do you have to actively do it once you activate it?
I'll try and look around.
It's something I can do as part of my turn.
Very well. Okay.
Also, I realized I could have gotten us in there by just using an unseen servant and pulling the wheel. Yeah, well, hindsight's 2020.
That's why he's considered the best superhero. Because he's always right.
In hindsight.
Yep.
In hindsight.
That's how that works.
In
I had
hindsight.
12. I went to perception or passive. No.
Alright.
But yeah, looking at the altar,
You're looking around the room.
do you want me to give you perception or investigation?
I'll say investigation.
15.
Alright. Do you still have your torch?
Yeah.
Okay. It changes the description, so now I can say that all of you can see through one aspect or another this room before you. Raised portions of the floor on either side have stairways that lead down into the water that you currently stand in. There is a raised platform in the center of the room that has some small type of altar upon it, though there's a bunch of wide space around it. In addition, there are rusty chains with shackles that dangle from directly above the altar upon the raised platform, though there's nothing inside it at this moment. The altar itself, though small, is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dried blood.
Well, I believe this is where the main event would take place.
Despite the ghastly conditions of the room, Crack finds nothing in the way of traps.
I want to look around for hidden doors, because we heard chanting and shit coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I started looking around too, but not that.
Does, 16 find anything?
Greila does her best to look around and finds no signs of any hidden trapdoors.
Was there anything on the altar aside from the stuff you described? Like anything hidden?
You said there was a plaque?
The altar did have some engravings upon it.
Okay, I'll read the engravings with Siguror. What do they say?
Well, the engravings are not words so much as, maybe it's the wrong word, there are depictions of hideous grasping ghouls. However, when you get closer to inspect them, suddenly shadowy figures appear around the platform. And the chanting resumes, only this time new words are spoken. These shadowy, faceless figures that appear robed, but where their faces would be are withering, waving, burning white flames. They call out, "One must die! One must die! One must die! One must die!"
Are these shadows?
Shadows don't have
No.
They look like specters.
Can I roll religion to determine if they're undead?
You may.
With this detect magic, will we also be able to know if this is just like a prestidigitation left of an illusion
19.
of people go on the altar? This show starts.
So I think it's just ghosts of the dead people.
Is it detect magic that you can focus on, or is that identifier?
Detect magic, I can, as part of my turn, focus on it to tell if there's magic around.
Well, I meant like telling the school of something or whatever.
Yeah, this is
That would be
magic.
illusions of kids.
You got a 19
Mhm.
on your consult of religion, and you've read about this before, though it is quite rare. There are a number of undead, but there's also a subcategory of manifestations that aren't quite undead in that they can't harm people, but they're still visible.
Yeah, but like
Usually in the most dramatic of dramatic instances, deep, deep emotions of hate or fanaticism or fury leave behind specters but not specters. Things that demand appeasement but hold no power to insist upon such.
They're not dangerous, they're just
But-
annoying.
Yes, but that is outside the lands of Barovia.
Hmm.
Yeah, this place is strange. Anything might.
Even as you stand upon the raised platform, they do not make any movements to attack. They do nothing other than demand. One must die! One must die!
I'm going to
One
use my
must
detect
die!
magic to
One
sense
must
if they
die!
are an illusion or something like that.
You focus your mystic senses. It is easy to tell. They are not an illusion.
Okay. I will
You get a
speak
feeling
to
much
them.
like the house itself.
And I will say, your time from this place is gone. Leave us. None will die. Your worship of the demon Strahd has gone punished.
They show no signs of hearing you until the word Strahd is uttered. It gives them brief pause. Before they redouble their efforts. One must die! One must
I'm walking
die.
out of the room.
No.
One must die.
Fine.
You wanna check
Pull out
upstairs
longsword and just take a swing at him.
for traps?
I
Fine.
did not think that would do anything.
Out of character, I thought you already.
Couldn't hurt.
He did.
For the stairs.
I mean, couldn't
If
hurt.
that counted for the stairs too.
I assume you're just searching the room.
What stairs are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
These
Well, any
stairs,
trapdoor.
all these stairs right here that lead to
Yeah.
these, which are raised out of the water.
There's a platform. One we've already
These-
checked them.
These two things
Yeah,
are
you have.
platforms. Stairs that lead into the
I
water.
thought you said there
I
was-
counted your check for like the room.
Alright.
Like, is there anything? Is there anything? Okay, is there anything?
I want to walk out of the room.
You desire to walk out of the room. You desire to take a swing at one of the specters.
Couldn't hurt.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Well, I assume they'll get pissed if someone leaves. 'Cause
Might just gotta sleep some trap.
also, they're just yelling, which is unpleasant. And Greila is tired of this nonsense.
Most of them are just doing it because they look evil, and if they can be banished, cool.
Well, if they're worshiping Strahd, I would pretty much
Oh.
assume they're evil.
Can I take an action?
You may. What would you like to do? Also, I am legally obligated to offer a knowledge religion check about something.
Sure, I'll roll that.
Didn't I already roll knowledge religion
13.
these guys? Also,
You
I
did.
got a 13 on knowledge religion.
I'm gonna try to.
Barring the knowledge religion changing or telling me anything like super special, I'm going to use silent image to cast an image of Strahd, and then I'm going to cast the cantrip minor illusion to make it speak, and I will have Strahd say to them,
Well, actually, the roll does change something.
oh, okay.
You wish to leave, but you know that you should not. You know what he knows.
Okay. What do I know?
In that, in addition to these things being harmless, at least
no.
insofar as the traditional sense, their emotions are usually tied not just to an emotion, but to a cause. Given the surroundings, what you have read above, what you have deduced, so you know a little better technically, with some context, you believe that they call for sacrifice. And that is why they are here. And that is why they are chanting at you. They require a sacrifice of a living being upon this, their ghastly altar.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Oh,
do that.
so the sword just clattered.
Human
through
or animal, it matters not.
Well,
him.
I'm not
This sword
conquering.
just clattered through him when I take a swing.
When you
I
swing, it does.
Could
With
sacrifice the
right
car and just summon him back once we got out of here. That seems really fucked up, though.
The
And I
dark
would not
whispers
Sacrifice.
back of your mind. Pragmatism. Perhaps the whispers of the evil of this land.
I know what the bad thing would
A
be
mere
if we just
sacrifice
walked
would
out.
appease them.
Maybe a sacrifice for
this.
evil.
What's the
Well, I
bad-
do not sacrifice for cultists of Strahd. I do not sacrifice anything to Strahd, and it is not going to change my action. I am going to cast a silent image of Strahd.
We don't negotiate with Strahdists.
Really.
Huh.
I'm going to create an image of Strahd, a silent image, but then I will use minor illusion to give it a voice. I'm going to basically move its mouth so it looks. I'm making a Strahd dummy, and it will tell them that your sacrifices displease me. Let my favored guests go now, or incur my wrath. And basically, I'm going to try to use an illusion of Strahd to convince them to let us go.
Because if their tie is to
Them
Strahd,
in- well,
they're
Them in the house,
emotions
just
might-
let us go. Strahd says so. If you worship Strahd. They stopped when I said Strahd. Clearly, they're capable of recognizing their idol, or at least his name.
They're capable of recognizing their idol.
Yeah.
More so than you could have imagined. You cast the illusion. You have it speak the words flawlessly, as far as you are aware. But it does no good. They continue to demand, one must die! One must die! One must die! One must die!
Let's just leave.
I was gonna say, do you guys actually know what happened? Well, he tried to leave, and David did mention, you know that you should have.
Yeah.
I was like, I was
Well,
wondering
we're
if
not
you
gonna.
learned
Well, we're
something.
not gonna sacrifice anything.
Yeah,
When we
more
leave,
meant-
they'll probably like set their fucking thing on us. So let's just leave.
When I said
deal
he
with it.
shouldn't, I more meant he reconsiders because of the extra knowledge that they desire something.
Oh,
Not
We
he
should just
shouldn't
leave.
in that he
I've already
specifically
wasted
knows
half
something
of
bad
my
will
spell
happen.
slots trying to be clever. Let's just walk out, trigger the fight, and then do
this pedestal is
it.
some.
Because clearly being clever is not gonna work.
Nah, damn. I was gonna suggest smashing it, but if it's stone.
Well, you do have an
I'm
alternate
not
way
wasting
out.
any more of my spell slots trying to be clever. Let's just walk. What's
not-
the alternate way out?
A
Sacrifice.
sacrifice.
We're not gonna sacrifice
That's
something.
a moral loss. Regardless, we would have given them something. Fuck
Okay, but knowing we're not going to sacrifice anything, we have one option. Let's just turn around and leave. There's nothing in this room that's worth anything. If you want to smash the altar, you can.
No, I
but
can't. It's stone.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. I was like, maybe if you just smash the altar.
No.
Stone.
no,
Let's
yeah,
just go.
Let's just go.
You
Fuck these
turn
guys.
your
Yeah,
backs.
just fucking
On
walk.
the
also
altar.
leave
I'm gonna
first.
walk back.
Walk through them.
I'm also leaving
Fuck 'em.
first, by the way.
Okay.
That's
If
fine.
that changes anything. Well, I figure it's gonna come out of someplace hidden in the room or some bullshit. Maybe out of the altar itself.
Oh, leave nice.
From the ones when
Hey.
it comes from behind
That's
us.
fine.
Watch as it comes out of here. Like, I was invisible the whole time. Fucko. And I'll be like, well. That's
You leave. You leave. And their demands give way to hisses, spiteful, gurgling, and then one, followed by many. Chant. Lord God, Lord God, Lord God, Lord God,
And start going
Lord
faster.
God. You cannot. The chanting builds, technically, as you are crossing the threshold. Only once it is fully upon your ears is it too late. As comes forth a hideous creature, not of golden chocolatey flavor, but of twisted swampen fury. Its thorns and brambles intermixed with weeds and muck and mold shamble forth, and in its hideous glory,
I was
it
like, what happened?
attacks.
Yeah, I was
I
hoping
wanna check
throwing
its
the
initiative.
meat into the water would draw it out if it was in there.
Roll its initiative for you to see.
What did you get? What did you get?
Why isn't that
I
on
got
the
four.
attack?
Okay,
I got
a
technically
3
out of
plus
5.
its dex modifier.
Why isn't that on the attack?
Because I wanted to go last.
No,
And I got a 12 myself.
You got a 12 yourself.
I got a 12. I'm using one of my portents to give it a 3.
What about you?
I got 5 total.
And what about Crack?
17.
Nice.
And remind me about Siguror.
If it has more than 2 decks, it's going to go for Greila.
Question. I know attacks of opportunity trigger if you move out of somebody's attack range. What if somebody else moves you? Like, say somebody picks you up out of the attack. Like, their range.
Then it's not them wanting to move, so I don't think it does. Attack of opportunities trigger off of willing movement.
Utilizing Portent, most fortuitous, Sasha is able to slow this shambling mound, so much so that all of his companions will go before it.
Cool.
Starting with Siguror.
So if you guys can get away from it, or basically if Greila can move out of this space...
That's what I was actually going
okay,
to do.
cool.
I was actually going to take my action to... How big are you, by the way?
I'm a medium creature. Well, I'm not that heavy though.
Okay.
But I am wearing metal armor, so.
Just grapple her and pull her out of the way.
Maybe, can I just do that? Just grab and fucking shove over here?
Less personal question. Is it the end of your turn?
No, I'll act. Yeah, might as well. I'll activate Rage before it ends the turn.
And draw upon the vigorous anger of your ancestors. But perhaps your own. It is then Crack's turn.
Crossbow.
Technically, you have advantage too if you want to roll and see if you're playing.
Is it some kind of monk thing?
No, as a ranger, if you attack something that hasn't gone yet, you have advantage.
Or
this
you
is
said
the
that
thing
it
for all
was
rangers.
4
Dang.
I got
It's something they
22
get
on
at first level. That's why people say it's one
That's
of the
it?
ranger difference. The ranger is really front loaded compared to other classes.
You fire off a bolt into its leaping flesh. It is then Sasha's turn.
Okay. It can see stuff, right?
You believe so.
Yeah.
Or you know so.
It's a sight-bound character.
Done your
Alright.
research, you get it. Oh. However, you are aware that it is incapable of being blinded, deafened, or exhausted.
Okay, but it still sees. Like it still interacts with the world through sight. Just make you absolutely sure.
Yes.
Okay.
There's rather fascinating way that its planty body replicates eyesight.
I cast
You could
silent
go
image
into
of a
it.
secret door coming down, completely blocking the passage between us and them. I would then say, "Let us leave now," and I will immediately start moving up the stairs.
Very well.
It's stupid. It's not going to know what's going on.
No,
Just-
it would spend its attack turn
There's
attacking
then
the door.
Rayla's
Yeah, we
turn.
can just get out of here.
So you put an illusion there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's going to sit there at the thing being like,
Well, I'll just run.
What, like a full door or the thing crashing down?
it's just the wall, like a secret door, just like a wall just came down. Because if it's a portcullis, it might try to go between the bars. That's why I just did a stone wall.
Fair.
But I did it because you can do it like it's moving, so I did it like the wall just came down.
Okay.
Worst thing, it spends its turn rolling an intelligence check, discovers its illusion, comes after us, but we still got rid of its action.
Greila will move her full movement to leave the area.
Very well.
Then,
How much is your full movement? Would that be
if I take the dash action, it's 60 feet. So,
very well? You're technically farther.
I just imagine Greila being like, move!
You said to leave, we're leaving. So I'm thinking, what about the force that's like keeping us here? What if it's tied to it?
Maybe, but I would rather fight it in a wide open position where we can run away from it rather than being deemed fucking...
Siguror,
It is a really bad position to fight it.
Siguror and Crack are close enough to hear leafy rustling and a sound like the groan of a rose bush. Rattly, dry, and shaking, but still vaguely human. Or rather, an eerie festival. However, it does not come charging at you. Perhaps it has worked.
Alright.
I suggest.
It is now Siguror's turn.
Okay. I mean, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I'll stop here, so then Crack can actually get here. Because if I go here, Crack can't get here.
Siguror moves away. You move. Your fury cools. It is
I forget,
now.
the path there, is it just an open path, or do we actually...
It stairs back up to the next floor,
Stairs, right?
which through at least one of your friends has bolted, and one is going to. It is now Crack's turn.
Take my dash out. It's 80 feet.
Jesus!
I forgot he's a monk for a second.
Oh,
He's
So where Greila is 40, and then up on the next floor he gets 40 more feet. I don't know. And you can spend a key point to dash again if you want. So you can get 120 feet this turn if you really just want to be like, fuck this! Which would be funny.
The group is in now full retreat. Unusual, perhaps. Predictable? Perhaps not.
How long does your illusion last?
I don't know.
Until it sees through it.
Yeah, its intelligence is probably like 2, if that.
That's why I decided to do an illusion. I was gonna fight it straight up, but I expected to be able to do a trap, and now that I can't do a trap,
Booted footsteps.
honestly, I'm just gonna try to leave and burn the house down after. That is his plan right now.
Booted footsteps ring out as the fanatical chants of Lord God, Lord God, Lord God fade to your backs. Racing up the stairs, you're once again greeted by the dingy dugout hallways that are on the first floor of the basement. Nothing follows you, but for how long that will remain true is anyone's guess.
Lord,
Could be
I guess
other
about 10
ways
minutes.
upstairs. Right.
We will
I
break
would guess
for the
about 10
moment and then be back. You successfully retreat. Nothing follows you save for quiet murmurs of chanting from below, like you heard before, as you race through the first level of the basement and yet farther up. The ladder leads through the trap door back to the den.
You cannot simply leave this thing
In
here.
stark contrast to the quiet that you leave behind,
We can learn some
you are
else.
met when emerging into the den by thick clouds of black smoke and the sound of metal, sharp and keen, whizzing through the air off in the distance.
Oh my god, the house is attacking us. I was right!
As you emerge into the den, I will need Constitution
Are you?
saving throws.
Or, no. Why are you doing this to me? Do not fuck me on this. Oh, thank God. Okay, I got a 19. Okay.
I got a 7.
18.
11.
You should have cast guidance on yourself as you ran up the stairs.
I wouldn't have been able to run as far.
That's fair.
The smoke is thick, heavily obscuring the room around you. If you did not already know that this was the den, no idea where you were. The smoke itself is harsh. It bears down upon all of you, attempting to almost physically force its way into your nasal passages. Unfortunately for Greila, it succeeds, as portions of her vitality are eroded, taking 3 poison damage.
That sucks.
Am I poisoned?
While I'm running... Oh, sorry. There's it.
Am I poisoned?
No.
Oh,
You
okay.
just take the damage.
Okay. As I'm running, I'm going to send Siguror ahead to the parlor, the entry, the first room in the house. The place near the patio.
Very
I
well.
don't know what that's called. I don't know if that's a parlor or a...
That might be the parlor.
I don't know. Clearly, I lived in apartments almost my entire life, if you cannot tell.
thing that
It's the first room. It's before you. It's where you hang up your coats and shit. I will send Siguror ahead to the back and see this. I think it's for a building. See, is there still mist outside? Don't kill my bird. How about that? Because I need him to see.
He's not doing anything.
Oh my god, that was almost a 3. Siguror got a 22.
And you are currently not connected to Siguror's senses at this time.
I can use an action to come, but Siguror can also communicate like ideas. So basically, I'd ask him, is there anything outside?
How'd you get a
At a
22?
range.
19 plus 3.
He has +1.
No,
There's no
else.
out.
I must be thinking of something else. Okay, whatever, you got a 20.
When you say you can communicate with Siguror, I assume that is Siguror right there.
No, it's telepathic.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's telepathic.
Familiar.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Send Siguror forth, and Siguror very quickly discovers the source of the sharp, whizzing steel sound. For as Siguror passes through the door, Siguror narrowly avoids a scythe blade.
Jesus
Once
Christ.
Say
on the other
something.
side, sees that there's now a scythe blade where the door used to be, that swings back and forth
Oh,
in time.
it's a pendulum. I thought you were
Where the
saying.
door out of this room is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What about in here, though? Is there still
I thought
a...
you were about to say there was an angry mom outside now.
Is this the front door?
No. The front door is here. Coming out into this area, Siguror sees it because Siguror has been through before. However, there is thick black smoke in here as well. It does not cover the entire room, but it does billow forth from where the fireplace is.
Okay.
Siguror also notices that every door has been replaced with similar wicked scythe blades.
Oh, that's cool. That is super cool.
I guess this is
say
called Death House for a
something?
reason. I'm just saying.
Would saying something like mess up, like make me take poison damage, or can I shout something even in the smoke?
You can shout something in the smoke.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something after.
I was preparing to say something that was like, nah.
The doors are trapped. Sight blades. Move quick. Move carefully.
What's the biggest, heaviest thing within this room?
Or if you could break it, that would be
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well,
You say scythe blades is like,
if it's swinging down the...
Man, Misty Step would have been
You attempt.
fucking useful, huh?
The thing is, you look around the room, but the smoke makes it almost
Yeah,
impossible to
you
see.
can't see.
You would have to search with your hands. However, your foot does graze one of the wolves, belly up, as if playing dead.
is a taxidermy animal. That's not going to do anything to potentially trap.
You think to yourself,
If I remember correctly, oh god, I hope I'm not confusing this with something. I assume you only have like 5 feet of sight.
So, I assume this isn't a storm trap. I'm sorry, Ed.
roughly. However,
Let's see it.
as you advance, I will need initiative from all of you. The house itself seems to be
Monster house.
Reluctant to release you. As such, you will be moving through here on these initiative counts.
Okay. 18.
Death House is not defied easily.
I don't know
If it
about
is
you guys,
defied,
but I'm just gonna put up false light and fucking run through the sides. Fuck this.
False life have an instant cast time.
One action.
What
Okay.
is Graila's initiative?
7. How come you want to run first?
Because I heard it.
Oh,
18.
okay.
21.
And also I can turn one of their attack rolls.
Sixteen.
That's 6.
8. I think you should make the house. You should make the house's initiative.
Does the house have an initiative?
Or-
It may.
Well, if it does, I'd like to see that. And, give
Yeah, right.
that house a 6.
But hey, it might roll worse, so you can save that 6 for.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Something else.
I might. I'm not gonna give it a 6 if it got a 1 and be like,
Oh,
oh, man of my word.
Cigar?
Well, yes, the car's in the next room.
But Sakar would likely stay outside the smoke if
Right.
he could.
Fair. Also, there you go. Now we have a thing for you.
David, from my memory, is there a window in the hall on the second floor? Like when we go up these stairs, is there a window in that hall?
You think there is. You also think there are windows in here.
Oh,
Outside?
in this room, there are windows?
This room. You're on the first floor.
I thought this led into the This leads into the room that we found the taxidermy wolves in that room.
Wait, so
No.
this window goes
No?
to the outside.
Found windows in this room.
Wait, did it? No, sorry, David. Is this a window leading outside?
Well, you can't see it. You remember there are windows in that
This
direction,
room? Huh.
and you're on the first floor.
We
The
won't
house.
be able to see if there's a mist out there. Because what I was thinking is we could run up these stairs and then jump out the window and I'll cast Fireball.
Oh, that's AoE, isn't it?
We could just jump out the window and I could float something.
If you didn't want to use the windows on this floor.
Well, the thing is, David, we can't see if the mist is outside of it because of the smoke, right? Like, we can't see anything in this room?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, if we jump out into the mist, well, I'll be fine, but they'll die.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be the same thing jumping out of the second story?
No, but in the second story, the smoke stops here. We might be able to see the window on the second story.
Fireplace is upstairs too.
Were there fireplaces upstairs?
Yes.
Is there smoke billowing down from the stairs?
Sakar hovers for a moment. Yes, there is. There are fireplaces in many different parts of the house. As you yourself have noted, that's probably how they did heating back then.
Maybe we just chop a hole through the wall.
This quality here. It's like, fuck the trap, we're just going through the wall.
Do you guys just want to jump out the window?
As long as the mist
First
isn't
or
gonna
second
murder
story?
us.
First, because I kind of missed the plan about why the second story was vital, but
Well, I was thinking the second story, if there wasn't any smoke up there, we can run up the second story, see if there's mist outside, and if there isn't, we just jump out the window and cast Featherball. Because we can't see if there's mist outside through the ears. But in theory, I could just jump out the window first, and I would be able to tell. I mean, I can't see, but you can... The mist is like cold, right?
yeah,
Well, we could also
there's a bit of
break.
condensation
We could also
involved.
just break the windows and let the smoke blow out the windows.
Well, if you want. Who has action first?
Oh.
I mean, because it's not going to matter either way.
Crack has action first.
So we go upstairs or what?
Make your choice.
I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
shout out there are windows in this room.
Well, I think we all know that, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
in there. Everybody's been in this room.
There's
before.
windows somewhere in this room if you just wanted
You
to
know that
move.
there are windows here. You know there are windows elsewhere.
Still in this room, so I won't be hit by his fucking side or nothing.
Pendulum trap.
Exiting the room will require you to successfully evade the swinging scythe, or believe yourself strong enough. Even jokingly, one of your companions has brought up trying to bust your way through the walls. I don't know how strong you are. I probably have to
Well, I mean,
up
I do.
real quick,
I do basically have a ram attack.
If you take the dodge action, you keep one, you have advantage on your dex save. Or dex saving. You could spend a key point and just run through this. Just if you want.
I think that's one door.
Yeah, it would be one side up this door, and then this door, and then this door. So you have to go through 3 sides to be free that way. Because past here is the front door, right? Is a room with the front door?
This is the front door.
Okay.
This is, well, technically, this is the front door. This is the patio that you guys were on initially before entering.
And the mist wasn't encroaching on the patio.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess.
That's what you want to do?
It's up to you.
I'll go for the top floor.
Very well.
And I'll
Crack
spend,
makes a break for it.
I'll spend my key point.
Very well.
4?
I would like
4?
3 dexterity checks.
So 6.
Who's the advantage? They all have advantage.
And dexterity save. That's 7. On 1 on the first one.
Crack very nimbly leaps through.
Is it also dimly?
It's smoky. Before leaping through, Crack is confronted with another billowing cloud of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one.
Right.
Is the fireplaces aren't lit, right?
Well, we can't tell.
This smoke, uncharacteristic of normal smoke, seemingly fills the exit of the fireplace. It is unnatural to say the
22
least.
on the second one.
Crack very nimbly manages to evade the scythe once more. He is free of the smoke and sees before him the double doors have been replaced with double scythe blades. Another check is required.
So I don't have any more key points after this, right?
Well, you
I
2.
do not know.
You
have
just spent
4
1.
total.
You only spent 1 for this entire movement thing.
No,
Well, it's 2.
Oh,
It's
yes,
level
yes.
2 monk.
Then
Yeah, you only spend 1 for this entire movement. It's not 1 per trap.
Alright.
Yeah, because it's for the rest of your turn,
Right.
and you have 80 feet of movement if you're dashing. So
Yeah. Last one.
you probably got out of here unscathed.
he rolled a 15 twice. So
22 again.
Damn. Ninja fucking bird.
Leaping through onto the patio, Crack is free.
Hmm.
Free from the patio and potentially free from danger. He looks out to a now clearer area. The fog has receded somewhat out here. Not like anybody else would know.
I don't know if I can hear me, but yeah.
Clear.
Well, if we hear him, then I'll be like, the window. Do I go next? I will do that because I am.
To the window. You jump to the window. You hit them all.
Yes.
Okay. I will dismiss my familiar so that she doesn't have to go back to the scythe blade.
Okay.
I'll be able to summon her back freely when I have an action. What I'm going to do is firebolt the window, just remembering where it is. It's an inanimate object. You want me to make an attack roll?
Yes.
Because we're in the smoke.
Okay,
You
well,
can't
that's
see it.
unfortunate. Well, I can never see it. I got a 10. Hopefully that's enough to hit an inanimate window.
It might be.
The house is alive.
Well, I'm just trying to blow
Is
the
it
window
really
out.
an inanimate
Well, I'm just trying to blow the
window?
window
House
out
is
so I can jump through without hurting myself. But if I have to jump through it and hurt myself, that's funny too.
You hurl flame. You hear not shattering glass, but a wet, slick, mucky sound.
So we sort of
Am I
breaking
sure I hit the window or where the window was?
You are not sure. Even less sure when a chorus of squeaks and shrieks reach your ears in return.
Guys, I don't think the windows are
The
here.
group is accosted by a swarm of rats.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
think
cool.
I think you hit something. I think you.
I'll just make that dex save. Fuck it.
Oh wait, is the swarm of rats actually an enemy?
Yes.
Oh, it's an actual
him.
swarm.
Yes.
Technically, it was still your turn.
Yeah, that's.
So,
Like an attack of
yeah.
opportunity. I don't know. I thought that would change his thing.
Technically, they're coming, but
Okay, I thought that would change his thing.
camera goes to him having like leapt through, maybe getting cut, maybe not.
3.
You know,
Most
guys,
damage I take.
Didn't see shit. Didn't see shit.
just take his.
Well, I mean,
Also-
it's trap. I mean, you can't do that much damage, right? No, wait. I remember the fire breath trap.
Sasha does his best to leap through and feels steel cut flesh and takes 9 damage.
Oh.
He then feels the sting of clouded air and is confronted with smoke.
Okay, that was 5, 15, 20. That was an 11. Give me there.
It does not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, at least you were at full health before doing this.
This time, steel draws blood for 15 damage.
I'm done.
What? Fuck.
You are through, but have collapsed. Crack is able to see his companion,
Help me!
having collapsed just outside of this particular doorway.
Can you die if you get hit by a scythe blade when Crack takes you through? If it goes against damage?
It then becomes
Does it do enough?
No,
Siguror's
probably
turn.
Okay. Shit. Wait. Do we have to move at half speed because we didn't see the path?
No, that's not a rule. Not seeing where you're going doesn't reduce your speed.
A blind person can run just as fast as a normal person.
Yes.
Think about it.
Okay, fair. Then what I'm going to do is activate Rage and 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume I can scoop him up?
Hold on.
No, I'm just saying how much I can move so I can do the rolls. Because in Rage, take half damage from slashing, bludgeoning,
Well,
and
alright.
piercing.
Count away then.
If I am moving here, would I be able to take action to pick up and then continue moving?
I don't see why not.
Okay. So then I'll give you 3 rolls, but
If you spend your action to
11.
pick me up, you can't take the
You
dash
can't make
action.
yeah.
oh right. So
Also, picking someone up makes you move
10,
fast speed.
15, 20, 25, 30.
But you wouldn't be able to, because you'd have to spend 10 to move, because you move at half speed when you're picking someone up.
Oh, okay.
So you saw
So I
there.
can, but I can pick you up from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Unless he's 2 sizes smaller than you, which I'm pretty sure he's not.
No. Wow, that means I still move at half speed if I'm carrying your bird.
Another
No.
mad dash.
My bird's
Not
tiny.
his bird is
Oh,
tiny.
okay.
But if you're carrying a dog, yeah, you still move at half
That's
speed.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
You do your best to leap through and are a little lighter for the experience on the first try.
I will take off of whatever you tell me.
Losing 6 points of health. And then
61 seconds.
do your best to gird yourself with fury. And this time, you do unscathed. You
I
grasp
took
your
6, I
partner.
took 9 and 15.
I took 3.
Just talking about how much it dealt. How much
It is
reduced.
now Graila's turn.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was dealt.
Well, seeing as how everyone else has run through the area, I'm gonna
You
do the
rolled
same.
6 damage, you reduced it.
3 all the
19.
way out.
For the first one,
If it's
That's a miss for the
acrobatics,
house.
like you-
5 for the second one.
Can you
That's a
give
hit
yourself
for the
guidance?
house.
Huh?
Can you give yourself
That
guidance?
doorway's a little congested.
If acrobatics, can you give yourself guidance? 5, 10,
I could, but that would
20.
take part of my action now to do that.
30.
Attempting to scoot your way through your allies, but also evade the sides that are this pair of doors, is unsuccessful, at least in part. You make it through, but
But
you do take 17 damage.
Jesus Christ, 17? Alright.
However you get through.
Alright.
You
One more to go.
I know.
You and friends.
30 movement. All injured here. Oh, wait. He slows dash. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm still gonna run. Well,
Go down, go down. He's gonna roll you around.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on Mario.
Are you sure? You wouldn't want to wait till he's past the door?
If I saw him down, I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck him, he's dying.
Well, I'm carrying him.
Yeah, but I only have to touch him.
Yeah, you might as well just let
You
him
may
take his
exercise
action.
concern, or you may wait until he is on the other side.
No, I'm
I will
healing
know
him.
that it would be one less save.
Very
That's
well.
what Greila would do. So, you heal
There'd
for
also be one less gap saving.
12, I believe.
If I get up now. Because if on my
Alright.
turn I fail a death saving throw, and then when you pull me out, I get hit by the scythe if you fail your save, and then if my turn comes again before Graham has a chance to heal me, and I fail that death saving throw, I'm dead.
He's
Whereas
got
if I get
12.
healed now, that can't happen.
You heard how much you healed, right?
I healed for 12, yes.
Yeah.
If you're carrying somebody through a trap, do they only take damage if you get hit?
Yeah, but if you get hit, I still take the damage.
There's only one way to find out.
I can only
Nine.
move 1 square more forward after touching Mario, so I'm just 1 more ahead. And that's it. That's my turn.
Very well. It is now back around to Crack.
That's
Try
what I
to
can do here.
try to work on the pendulum, see if you can jam it up. Because it's a trap, you can disable it.
I was thinking of doing that especially since it's alive. We stop it alive. Is it possible? Should I drive it on the ground?
You're not sure. You could look for something, but if this is the house's doing, it's probably magical. If you have the ability to combat a magical threat, perhaps.
Attack the scythe blade.
Then what? Let's go and try.
Is there something around here you try to jam or slow the scythe blade?
Mm,
I mean, it's magical, but it's still a scythe that moves forward.
Looking around out here,
And are they scythe blades or are they shaped like a pendulum? Because I mean, if they're scythe, that means one side doesn't have a blade.
they are wicked warped scythe blades.
So,
Pendulum-esque, but not quite.
I'll take the. What is it? The dodge action?
You're already outside.
Yeah.
Pick something fine. Oh, you mean as your action? Yeah, never mind. I'll be about. I thought you must have another key on that. Why would you do that?
No.
Then you may
Alright,
prepare yourself while savoring the open air while you can. It then becomes Sasha's turn.
Okay. I cast false life upon myself.
Just say, "Do you want to wait to see if I can try to do
Nope.
something to stop the trap?"
It's fine. I'm getting out of this goddamn house. Does a 16 succeed on my dexterity saving throw?
Throwing caution to the wind.
Well, I cast full sight on myself. It's not exactly more caution.
Throwing caution to the wind. Sasha leaps blindly through where he believes the door is, and being a particularly wide entrance, he manages to make it. Even better, he avoids being cut. If he were attempting to study its pattern and leap through, then obviously you couldn't.
And I keep going.
He's kind of left.
Get as far out there.
Well, no, I'm just wondering because I don't know what the disadvantage or advantage of being blind is.
It doesn't affect saves at all.
Crack witnesses his friend, his companion, at the very least, run out into the streets.
How far out is the mist, by the way?
Much farther. It
Huh.
appears to be receding quite quickly.
Huh.
It now becomes Siguror's turn.
Do I see any way where I can grab and hold the scythe blade to have a path just open to get out?
You try and grab a blade with your hand and stop it from moving.
It's a scythe blade, so there has to be a dull end. The entire thing can't be blade.
Yeah, it can.
You could be a double-bladed scythe. It's like a
You
double-bladed
could
sword.
totally sharpen both sides of a blade. That's how some swords are. I mean, it's not how
But
awesome
the swinging mechanism that it's swinging from itself can't be blade.
It's
Is it
just
blunt on one
blade.
side?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think there is an object that is swinging from. I think it's just
Swinging
blade.
back and forth, it is difficult to tell. There is a rounded attaching part that comes out of the top of the doorway, but it's blurry enough that if it were sharpened, you wouldn't be able to tell. Conventional wisdom says it has to be dull, but conventional wisdom
Doesn't
would
count
not
for magic.
place you in an evil house. Grab at your own risk, it will
Do I
be
think I
a
could jam it with
dexterous,
sword?
followed by a swing attack. Potentially.
I'll try that.
Go ahead.
I'm still. Unfortunately.
17.
You do your best to jam your sword in your portion of the doorway, but you can't get good enough leverage. It pushes back and ultimately swings free.
Mm.
And were you attempting it on this one?
No, this one. Sorry.
Unfortunately, no good. That makes it
E.
Greila's turn.
I will.
Tried to give you an open path. No, you're also hurting.
I'll go to the scythe if I can.
You don't have any some to heal yourself?
I could heal myself. I suppose.
If you go down, I can heal you once you get out.
I got the more spell slots. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. I suppose. For 8. And then I'll dive through the blaze.
Another death-defying dive.
Oh.
Okay.
I would assume I made it through since I got a 21 on that dive, so. Which is literally the most I can make.
You make your dash and emerge on the other side. You're able to breathe easy.
That's a
You
swarm of
chase it
mice.
all?
You don't ask
Perhaps.
because now it would.
Well, I think
we
it would.
wouldn't. Well, That's metagame knowledge. He
I know.
could be moving this entire time. But he's being
Well, I
this-
just think it'd be funny
We
if
wouldn't know where
gets
it is.
here and then dies to sidetrack.
The rat
Sasha
probably has holes in the house.
feels nothing on his skin. He cannot see. More senses. He's not within mist, but within air. And with how far he's run, certainly he must be at least close to the road.
Oh, well, once I'm out on my next turn, I stop it.
He's not.
I do summon my familiar, which takes my last spell slot. But because I'm not summoning it from death, I don't think I have to pay the helmets. Because you can temporarily dismiss your familiar and then summon it back. I think it still takes a spell slot if you do that. I have to double check it. But I don't think it's legit. So which I have Siguror back and going to start find a position on the house that looks like it would be a prime spot for burning, and obviously I can't do this because it's not a cantrip. So I'm going to start burning the house. And that's my action. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, can I see that?
Alright.
Yeah. I'll double check it.
You conjure back Sakaro and know that you are surrounded not by mist, but by grim architecture. You then set about attempting to light the house ablaze. My bad. It was technically Crack's turn first. The Crack is still here. You can tell me what you would have done as your friend stand in the street.
I need a space open to jump through.
No, Crack doesn't need to jump through anything. Crack is
No.
outside.
For me. I need a space open to jump through too.
Can I try Thief's Tool?
Sure.
Yeah. So it's been a while. So it's
With you?
Okay, actually it doesn't take a small slot. I just resummoned it as an action.
Okay. It's only if it's dead.
Yeah, it's only if it's dead. Which is good because it takes an hour to cast. So if I wouldn't be able to cast a spell, that would be boring for now. But you can dismiss and then recall yours familiar aspect.
It seems very handy.
Use tools.
With wisdom?
Because if Sakara use tools or dex.
Oh,
yeah.
That makes sense.
Which
Oh,
is
yeah,
useful because
10.
if Sakara got hit by a side trap, it has like 2 health.
Oh!
So
Really?
I literally don't think it can survive a hit, thing.
Take your best guess, but you're not sure if it's even possible to disarm this kind of thing. Normally, mechanisms of some kind are involved, but this is the twisted essence of a dark architecture that conspires against your very life. You try out a few tools, a few theories, but none of them add up to anything. You don't think it's possible to disarm it.
Alright, fine. I'll say to Secret. Whatever. No good.
Alright.
You
Do I
can
take
move
a
it
hop
away.
step back?
You know you can pass through our spaces, right?
Yeah, you can pass those spaces. Even if
Oh.
you're jumping.
Duh. Okay.
But I mean, it's probably nice to
If you
move
wanted
that.
some room in character.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to jump past sight blades and 2 people.
Yeah, I
Onto
don't want
stairs.
to into
I mean,
people.
mechanically, there's no difficulty in it, but that sounds like a good chance to eat shit, especially if you were to say have boobs instead of feet or something.
Or
But I
steps
mean,
that
what's
just
the
step on
chance of
somebody.
all of those things being true?
I don't know why it's still so good for me to jump as a skill anymore. It's just athletics.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, then. Oh,
Well,
no, it's your turn.
oh okay.
Yes,
Then
you just
okay. Fucking fit. Still rage and... Oh wait, no. Rage dropped because I didn't take damage last time.
Who would have thought that not getting hit?
5.
Ah,
Unfortunately,
Probably because
passing the threshold leaves you a little worse for wear.
Let's see, maybe. I mean, I don't think this thing can do enough damage to drop me.
As you take 19 damage.
Not enough to drop me, but hey, that hurts.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. It's a lot of fucking
Unmodified by your rage. So you take less, technically.
No, my
No,
rage
his
dropped.
rage went away.
I thought I heard you put it back up.
No.
My mistake.
You could have re-raged.
I could, but I'm anticipating something outside.
Swarms of rats
Now we're
pouring from the windows.
You have all
Swarms of bats flying
exited
into
this sinister house. One of your comrades has already begun attempting to set it alight.
I would say to the others, strong brush up against the house. We will guard it, and if the creature emerges, kill it then. Out in the open, it will not be able to catch us easily.
Alright, start scrounging for burnable material. Hell, if there's even like barrels of shells, start breaking them against the house. Wood.
If I had oil, I'd throw more oil like nonsense.
It is difficult.
I have no oil.
Back-breaking work. Scrounging around desperately in the wee hours of dark sometime. Doing your best, you're not professional house burners. It takes a great while, every minute ticking past, seeming like an hour. There are frequent times where you feel something over your shoulder, or off in the distance, an awkward howl, a distant scream, flappings of something in the night. But you press on, perhaps desperate, perhaps determined, perhaps both, to vanquish this twisted wooden and cement foe.
No one else
It
can go in
takes a
this house.
while, but the blaze is inevitable. Slowly it creeps. The house groans from time to time. It does not burn easily, but it burns. And it is exhausted, panting, and sweat-wreathed that you greet the early hours of what passes for the Barovian dawn as the house begins to burn.
Okay. So I'm basically gonna sit here and Sikar's gonna watch it. I'm gonna
Make
watch
sure
it
it
burn
falls.
and make sure that the building and the area beneath it basically collapses, and if the thing crawls out of it, we'll attack it. If an hour passes while I'm just sitting there watching it, I'm going to because you can take a short rest while like standing watch. Basically, so if an hour passes, I'm gonna spend a hit dice and recover a spell slot. But yeah.
As you watch it burn, surely enough, an hour passes.
Go figure.
I was gonna say you might want to spend it.
Yeah.
I recover 8 hit points, so that brings me up to 20.
And it's, you said it was 7 plus something?
Your con modifier.
Okay.
Now, it will likely take at least several hours before the house is completely burnt.
I'll sit and watch.
Do you wish to watch it for the entire time?
I'm gonna watch it
until it falls.
Does anybody else wish to do the same, or do you have something else you wish to do?
Yeah. I am not comfortable leaving this house standing.
I'll rest if I think they're paying attention.
I was all rest too.
I would say we must wait for the house to be completely gone. Then we will see if the creature survived. If it did, it will leave. And we will wait.
6 hours pass
Hmm.
as you watch house turn to black, turn to twisting, gnarled remains.
Damn, it's a sturdy ass house.
It blazes, and then it smolders, and then it is nothing. You see hide nor hair of the creature from below, their lord. Few dare to venture from their homes, and none dare to come within even 20 feet of you.
So a guy, a bird, a lady in armor, and a minotaur are watching a burning house. Are we gonna go say something to them? I'm gonna say something to them.
Fuck
What?
that!
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, would you?
They're just watching a burning house, super serious.
In
like-
our town! They burned down a house in our town!
Tough question. Would that disturb
I'm sorry,
the
that
dead?
idea is just really funny.
No.
They're all just like, just let them go.
No.
Those people are crazy.
I'm just wondering, would that disturb the dead? The people we put to rest?
Well, they're already buried.
Yeah.
Now they're just buried more. I don't see why I should bother them.
Logic dictates that if you put something to rest, you can't unput it to rest.
Isn't that part of the plot of part 8?
Huh.
I'd call it more fate or destiny or something.
That's fair.
The basement is more stone than wood. It is likely that this fire will not destroy the basement.
Right, but the
Well,
house
now-
collapsing on it. Wouldn't that...
Well, concerning the tomb.
Alright.
Oh.
The tomb will likely not burn because
No.
it's stone.
Yeah, the tomb can collapse, but the sarcophagi aren't really good.
Should they have any special ties to the house proper? Maybe. But once
What is
you
it?
awaken from your rest, it is a little too late for maybe.
Yeah.
As merely the gloomy skies of Barovia greet you.
I was just curious. That's what my curiosity.
So, also, is anybody going to suggest we try going to one of the other houses in town?
You are
So I
free-
might hit you.
You are free of Death House.
Okay. The creature is dead. As far as can be sure. I dropped my wand. I'm very tired. I have not slept.
I'll hand the wand back.
If there was like a rest thing, I would have told you to rest when I'm watching.
Let us find an inn, perhaps.
This town, you
I am
have
still
anything left.
bleeding a little, I think.
I can heal you if you like. Play footsies with me,
No.
As though you
motherfucker.
should be.
To be honest, I am a little worried going into any of these other buildings.
You think the whole town is like that?
How are we to know?
I don't know.
They
That would
could all
be
be
a
called-
terrifying town.
I will say, most people in Barovia know Strahd is the demon that he is. They would not dare worship him. I do understand your reservations, however. Still, I would rather not sleep outside.
Yeah, considering we've already run into werewolves, I don't want to sleep outside.
Well, I was thinking of my back, but yes, that is also true.
That too, I guess. There's always some soft ground somewhere, but
What's wrong with sleeping outside?
It hurts my back.
That's where you get. Hold on.
I'm not a huge minotaur.
No.
I'll sleep outside.
So you find soft spots and
Yes,
gather things to make a bed.
like a bed. You know what is soft? A mattress with duck feathers and a pillow.
Here, I have a bed. I have a bedroll just right here.
I have a bedroll too, but saying it's not the same thing.
the bedroll doesn't stop rocks from poking you in the back.
Yeah.
I do agree
He
with
prefers
Sasha.
sleeping in a bed. Sasha's much like myself. Hey, but technically she should burn the house down. Shouldn't we get the Snickers and the Reese's?
What if the Shanling Mound crawled into a crypt?
Okay, then shouldn't we get the Snickers? The rat did not survive a burning building. I refuse to believe that.
It might not have been a real rat at all.
Well, then you should have put an illusionary Snickers on the board.
Little can be certain here in this land of darkness.
God damn it.
Certain or no, at the very least, Sasha believes that there is at the very least a tavern somewhere around here.
You just follow the smell of wine. It's pretty strong.
Well, I mean, we came one near the beginning of town, but everything's
Very
closed.
appropriate. For Sasha, I mean.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, we did see the tavern, it's just everything was closed, and then we thought, that's weird.
Well, have you ever been to like a tavern or like a bar that doesn't have good insulation? You can smell it from like a block away.
Yeah. No, I mean, we know where the tavern is. It's just when we came in, it was closed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Which is why everybody thought, that's weird. Why is there a tavern that's closed?
Well, then yeah, we'll go to that tavern or a tavern in an inn if we see something that's both. Because I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a drink, but
You're
I'd definitely
vaguely
want to sleep.
aware of the tavern, and you do not recall. It's been some time. But you believe in
Well, do I see a person?
this direction.
Or does Sakar see a person? Technically, I don't see anyone. But
You don't see shit!
ha ha ha, blind drugs.
At the moment that you rise from your place, watching the house burn, you do not. There is a light sound of activity in other portions of the town. Day is fully upon you.
I will send Sakar up to find a building that has drunk people coming in.
People staggering in and out.
While also walking towards where I hear people. I'm just multitasking, you know. Sakar will find a building that's obviously an inn, or I'll come across people and be like, "Hello, do you know where the inn is?"
They
Do
just
not stare
us.
at my friend.
They just
He's
stare at us.
perfectly
just
fine.
Slowly back up. Just
Yeah, well, at least two of us look bizarre. Actually, another thing. about it.
Three of you look bizarre. You have glowing eyes.
That is technically true, but I am mostly
Normal
human.
people don't have glowing eyes.
In
Well,
the
you
time
notice
that
what
it
we're
takes,
Also, I'm Bistani, so people probably don't like me just on principle.
In
So
the time
actually, all of us probably look
that it takes
unpleasant.
for Sakar to roam and look for a tavern or inn. A heavy-set, balding man comes walking down the road. He noticeably gives you a 15-foot wide, approximately, berth as he passes,
I
Then,
Oh,
rude.
there was,
or he's going to.
I'll say, wait, sir. A moment of your time, please.
He not only does not look up, but in sync with your ailment, puts his head down slightly.
I
hunches a
will
little,
run in
and
front of him and stop.
attempts to speed up, only to be cut off by Greila. However, his stopping control is perfect, almost as if he was very aware of you.
Yeah, I imagine so.
He does not. He looks up slightly, but not all the way.
Could you tell us where we can find a place to rest around here? My companions and I are tired.
Lead. Oh, we're tired.
Smell of smoke coming off of us. Huh.
You smell like an overcooked hamburger.
Yeah, we're smoky and bloody.
Sir,
You can't be more specific than.
Well, does he
please,
point towards where we came in from town, or like deeper in?
He points. He does point in the direction that you guys came, but there's also a lot of town in that direction.
right.
You don't get the feeling he's actually doing it, but more of a kind of.
Get the fuck away from me.
I would say, sir, please, we merely wish a place to drink and to rest our feet. We have traveled from quite a ways. See, I can't tell he's pointing because the car's off somewhere else.
I didn't say anything.
About 50 paces that way. Blood of the Vine. Tavern.
Thank you.
He backs up and then attempts a wide trip around Greila.
I'm gonna
It's like a car.
I
It's
will
like
tell Sakar to come back to me.
When he starts walking away, I'll say, Blood of a Vine is a strange name for an inn, but this is a strange country.
Do
say
I know the blood of the vine?
Say
It sounds
it
familiar.
would fit what
It
we've
sounds
seen so
sketchy
far.
to me. I'm just.
Sakar has
Do I-
just finished
I've
giving
heard
a couple of crows on one of the eaves of the house the eye. One of the crows giving it the eye back when you call for it back.
Hey, fuck you, bird. No. Fuck you.
To be fair, crows and owls, they fight a lot.
Yeah, a lot of animals tend to fight each other. Like a lot.
Takes a little while.
Well, no, I don't
I'll
think
bring
sparrows
Sakar.
can fight an owl.
No, because an owl's a bird of prey. It'll just kill a fucking...
But there are two crows.
Well, Sakar's also small.
He's got a buddy.
Sakar is a bird. Sakar is a bird of prey for like insects and mice, not for like other birds.
I've seen
On the safe
I've
side.
seen a crow harass a fox before.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
also, crows are assholes.
yeah.
Once I call Sakar back, I will head 50 paces towards the blood of the vine, and I will say, "It may be a morbid name, but at least we'll be able to get something there. I could use a drink after being, and I'll like reach towards where I got stabbed by a scythe for 15 damage.
I'll say in characters.
I've heard worse names.
Okay, well let's stumble our way there with our bloody
As you
armor and
walk,
clothes.
Hey, he's fine.
two of you
He got out with full health.
more
You
rested
guy.
than the others.
Whatever.
You see more townsfolk, pale,
Not
Hunched.
entirely fine.
Are we leaving like a trail of blood
Notably-
behind us, David? Just as a question.
Davis are bleeding.
It's more of a thick scent that follows you.
Hmm.
They make sure women hug their children a little closer, though there are a few that simply like continue to drag them, but specifically don't look at you.
I resent this.
Yeah.
What
There
did
are
I do to these
men.
people?
I catapult acid at them.
There are men
Jesus Christ.
that straighten up where they are, but make an effort to not turn directly towards you, and men who are turned outward that turn back inwards again.
I will, like, when I first see people, I'll try to like nod or like wave, and then when it's
Their
not
attention.
met at all, I will be like, alright, that's what I was gonna fucking be. He's not gonna say that, but he's gonna get a look on his face like, ah, I see how it is.
Most ignore, but there are a few who turn away and like some hushed whispers and then a quick departure. Yes.
Oh, so it's even worse? I look at them and they like run?
1 in 4 decide to very quickly leave.
Man, fuck these people.
3
I think it's all of us.
3 and 4
It's
don't
just like
leave.
communist Russia all over again.
3 and 4 don't leave,
Yeah.
but ignore you.
Oh, for legit. I got you.
Yeah. What the fuck
Eventually,
did you think I meant?
make your way towards a single shaft of light that thrusts illumination into the main square of the town. Its brightness looking like a solid pillar in a heavy fog. Even though you're not currently under the threat of mists of Barovia, there is still a heavy cloak of gloom that hangs upon the town ever still.
Hmm.
However, in this place, this establishment, prominent sign telling you you're in the right place, its name being read in common as Blood of the Vine, possesses a gaping doorway with a sign slightly askew.
I'll go in first,
Sir.
just in case.
Your suspicions.
Oh yeah, that'll leave a good impression. Minotaur!
Well, hey, I'll probably draw the most attention, as then there's different people behind me, whatever.
Oh, thank God, it's
They're probably
only
not
the
the
bird
beast.
person. At least it's not the Minotaur. Pull aggro in social situations.
Or whatever your race.
Well, I'm human, but I'm this stuff.
Yeah.
And your deformity is blindness, correct?
It's not a deformity, and the Vistani aren't deformed. They're just Romani people.
They're
I'm
gypsies.
blind.
Harrowed. I'm thinking of Harrowed.
Haunted
Apologies.
one.
Haunted one.
Haunted one. Okay, because the Hard are the zombie people from Deadlands. I am
As-
a haunted one, and I'm not deformed.
As you move across the
I am blind
threshold,
now.
you notice now being close to the sign that an N has been scratched over the F in the title of the sign.
Blood
making
on
it
the
bleed
vine?
blood on the vine.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, that's cute, not morbid at all. This whole town seems like a cheeky and happy place.
I am not. I'm
You
convinced this
enter
inn is
as-
not run by vampires.
Is
who
hanging
try to
sign, I
murder us.
assume?
Yes. Slightly askew.
Knock on it real quick and walk in. Have it.
Would
Okay,
this?
real quick.
Would that fucking
I would
villager
have it.
really have pointed us to a vampire den? That fuck. I'm gonna find that bastard and murder him if he pointed us
Fire
to.
den, that'd be
What
very.
alignment are you?
I'm neutral good.
Neutral murder?
I'm neutral good but vindictive. Okay.
You
Okay.
enter into the quietest tavern that any of you have ever entered.
Yeah, I don't.
There's
I assume
no-
most taverns he walks into are the quietest tavern he has ever entered in his life.
Not at home.
Okay, outside of Minotaur lands, I'm pretty sure every tavern you walk into is either the quietest or the loudest.
There is typically laughter, boisterous talking, excitement as the beer flows, but instead, somber, gray-skinned individuals. You notice
What?
there's a trend. People are very pale here.
I guess
It's
I'm
almost like the sun never comes out.
Somberly sip wine where they sit.
Water
Those
color.
Those who have company huddle closer together
Oh, it's
upon
not
your
just wine.
entry. Those who are alone simply attempt to be invisible with their postures and lack of
And
stares.
their casting of invisibility.
I want to smell. Is there like actually an alcohol smell in the air?
Yes,
Okay.
though it is decidedly more wine. Like, you know, there
That's fine.
is beer.
That's fine
out.
as long as it doesn't smell coppery like blood.
It does not.
Alright.
I will approach the bar.
You approach the bar and are met by a man, though still pale, with a bit better of a complexion. He has blonde, well-kept hair and is wearing a green shirt with a dark brown vest over it. Despite the other people's reactions, his is more cheerful. He does take notice, or at least Sakar is able
Notices.
to know for you, that he does take notice of you with his eyes, though he does not tell it in his greeting. Well, hello. Travelers, correct?
Yes, we come from the south. We were looking for room, and I was looking for a glass of white, if you have.
White may be a bit of a problem.
Let me guess, your specialty is red?
Well, I do not mean to misspeak, but surely you would know.
Oh, it has been a long time since I have been home.
I see. Well, perhaps you will be delighted to hear that nothing has changed.
Is
What can I get for the rest of you?
So out of character, do they not have one? Just have red?
He starts like looking behind the.
Ah,
was he?
maybe it is a vampire.
Need if you have it. Heaviest that you have.
Your heaviest 90% sugar, 10% alcohol drink. I know, I'm just saying it's fun.
Well, I mean, it's that much now, but back then, like, the sweetest thing they
Back
did
then
was
it
like
was really
honey.
sweet. Yeah, but it was still like very sweet and sugary and not like super alcoholic. You generally want an ale if you want to get like drunker. Mead is.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. I looked it up once.
Oh,
I thought it was like fermented honey that they put in there.
I'm not saying it's not alcoholic. I'm saying it's asking for like their hardest mead would be like asking for their hardest cider. Yes, technically that's a thing, but you're not going to get something super strong that way.
Sorry, we only have Graveyard number 5. I hope that will still please the gentleman.
That is fine.
And Did I hear you correctly? Requesting mead?
Yes.
You must certainly have come from far. I'm afraid I can't help you.
Next strongest, they're the strongest thing you have then.
Coming up. And what about the two of you?
What do you have available?
We have Grapeyard number 5. We're running out, and it will cost you a little more, but we also have the last bit of Dragon Crush. And my apologies. We have simple red wine. It has been some time since we received shipments, hasn't it?
You have troubles with the vineyard?
Oh, pay no mind. Everything is, everything is as it is.
What
If
is
the vineyard has not been producing, that could be, well, the business would go under, wouldn't it?
I proclaim not to know about such things.
He's pleading the fifth
if you
about
will.
his business going under.
Yeah,
That's weird and suspicious.
Yeah, he's telling you to shut the fuck up. There are other people here.
So the only thing they sell here is wine, right?
Yes.
Wine and
As he begins
dragon-
pouring glasses from a
Dragon
single
Crush is
solitary
Dragon Crush.
what is
bottle.
Dragon Crush? It's just another fancier wine.
Yes, though I must ask you to put it out of your mind, as we do not have that available. Travelers from so far, if only we could show our very best. But alas, things as they are.
Just give me what you have. I don't mind.
You are offered each the same glass of wine.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Okay.
I don't think
For the gentleman and the lady.
in the two beasts, I guess.
You can say much.
You think he assumes that the two pieces are male.
That's fine.
That'll be a copper each.
Alright.
Out of character. Not out of character, nothing, never mind.
I only have gold.
I don't suppose you have change, do you? For
Oh, I'm sure we can, seems to make eye contact with something or someone in the room. I'm sure that we can do something.
What do you
what do you
turn
have?
around and start eyeing the entire room, see if there's anybody paying a special attention to us? Because everybody else seems to be avoiding us.
You immediately turn around. Nobody is paying special attention to you, save for a table. It was a little difficult to see as you came in. Possessed by 3 people who look similar to your friend, in that out of character they appear to be other Vistani. They alone have the audacity to be looking at you as the curiosities that you are.
Just Sakara see them?
Yes. They're here,
I will say-
just casually.
I will actually.
How much change will you need?
Sorry.
I only have. Wait, we have.
We have silver and
We have
copper.
silver.
We do. We
found some
pouches.
earlier.
Oh yeah, there
but
was some copper in
I-
the flesh pouch.
Yeah, I don't want to take the flesh pouch out to break a silver for us to
I'm
drink.
pretty sure I
just
would have
take the
emptied it
copper
and put-
out and
and
throw
Yeah, we
Yes.
probably would have put it in a normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not carrying that
So
around.
just
Yeah,
toss
so-
toss 4 copper from the global list.
It's only silver.
there
We have no
wasn't any copper in
We
the.
have no copper.
They give him a silver and
We'll
say.
give him a silver and
We'll
one.
just say that's for that in the room too.
Okay, yeah, we'll give him
Okay.
a silver piece and be like, this is for our drinks and our lodging for the night.
When you
if it is enough.
grab the silver piece, you can't help but notice that a hefty amount of dust now is in your bag or wherever you keep things.
No.
However, you also are able to dig out like a silver. It feels like there's stuff in there, but there's also dust.
What?
Some of it was fake.
You
If
offer the
that
silver.
If those. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad if our
Wait,
money just fucking turns.
What
to
happened to
dust.
the cloak I took? I was wearing it. Did it turn to dust?
Oh, that magic cloak?
No, it
No.
wasn't magic.
Oh.
It was just
You
a
mean
cloak.
the nice
It was
cloak
a
that
nice
she found
cloak.
in the coat room. Did that turn to dust? Sorry.
Yes. So technically, this is not a surprise because once you like cross the threshold, it off of you.
Oh, fuck you, Death House.
Really?
Fuck you so much.
And it
How
was
much
at
of this
that
stuff
point
do
that you were able to look at your stuff and determine that some of it turned to dust.
Well, I
Some
would've
of it
done
got
probably
older, and some of it stayed the
I'm
same.
guessing all
Wait,
the mattress
so-
stuff is fine.
The food.
Do I have
Is
in
the
hindsight
food all dust? Or rotten?
or rotten?
Barring a later correction, I believe so.
Fuck.
Fucking bullshit.
So my rations just went from
I'd
15
have to
to
check.
nothing.
Well, don't modify it now, because I'm going to check.
Well, I had teenage
Oh.
rations, but regardless,
Yes, that's
I need to go to the store.
yeah, we'll need to buy stuff.
He
We'll see
takes
how
the
much we
silver and says, and I will see what I can do about that.
Okay.
Just a moment. He takes the silver, he offers you the wine glasses, and leaves you for a moment to discuss amongst yourselves as to what you can do about the room. Similarly, I will leave you for now,
Oh, okay.
as we conclude. If there's
I wanna go
anything
over
you
and
must
talk about this
express,
Oh, I do too.
if there's anything that you wish to express beyond perhaps relief that you're free from the death house, now would be the time to do so.
I had a question before, just so I don't forget it for next time. When he comes back, I want to ask him if there's any place we can buy provisions.
A trade store.
I will do my
Yeah.
best to remember.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll just say, like, you asked real quickly as he was leaving, and he said, yes, I believe so, but just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, if you learned anything here today, that sometimes the best way to beat a shambling mound is to run outside, light the whole building on fire, and then collapse on top of them. Just saying.
Maybe the shambling mound wasn't even real.
You think it's a pile?
Also, illusions are awesome. Half the time. Because I used two when it was totally useless. Don't pre-buff if you think you have an awesome plan, because, well, if you pre-buff because you think you have an awesome plan, note that sometimes you might just be wasting spell slots. It happens. Duh. I'm Marvelous. You can find more of me on Lights, Camera, Initiative on Twitter, where I speak for everyone. Absolutely. My opinions are 100% the opinion of every person represented on both shows.
I'm gonna make like 50 accounts that say you don't speak for us.
Nope. Doesn't matter. You're not on Twitter.
He just
You're not real.
Yeah, I just said I was gonna make 50 accounts.
Yeah, one follower each.
Yeah, no, 50 or 49. They're all following each other.
There we go. That's you've solved it. What about you?
I'm Robert, and I don't really have any closing statements except to say that is super gay. I like that cloak. It was a nice fancy cloak, and now I got covered in dust. Now I need a bath.
Pray tell.
You didn't need a bath before being covered in blood.
I did, but
Now it's
shut the
worse.
hell up. Now I have dust in my blood. Now I gotta rip off my scabs to get non-dusty scab.
Terrible for sure. What of you?
I could cast magic, but shut up.
It's annoying that the food's gone, but yeah.
Yeah, look at the bird being peckish.
I'm glad that.
Really?
Glad
I'm
that house.
Peckish.
That damn house.
Fair enough. What about you?
Yeah, fuck that house. It was evil. Glad it's gone. Very interested to talk to the only people that is not their job to give attention.
You mean Vistani?
Yeah,
Mm.
the only other people
You
giving
know
us
the
attention.
servants of Strahd, right?
Huh?
You know the servants of Strahd?
Well, first off, hashtag not on Vistani. Second off,
What? I'm just
fuck you.
No, I don't know. I don't know Vistani. I'm.
That's
pretty
what I
sure-
am.
No,
No wonder you think they all work for Strahd. Hopefully we'll be able to find out and prove you wrong or prove you right next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
But
Bye!